nobody does it quite like me. Yo. What's going on, everyone? What is happening? Who is here today? What's up, Delansky? What's up, Mike DeSimian? What's up, Moogard? Camera close up. I wish I could remotely control this this Osmo. Do random zoom ins with it. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. All the usual suspects. You are correct. Been listening to your tunes a lot the last few days. Thank you. Grazie. All right. Well, I'm planning on doing another album day. Surprise, surprise. Time to hire a camera person. Yeah. Hope you guys have had a solid last couple of days. For those of you who haven't seen recently. 1 sec. Let me make sure my speakers are off. All right. So I was just we just kind of wrapped up lunch, and right before that I was jamming out to the beginning of Forgery and trying to think more about a piano, riffing on a potential kind of like piano interlude. After all, I don't know, I still haven't figured out exactly how I want to do that quite yet. Yeah, I don't know. I've been putting Forgery as the number one track for some time now, but I don't want to commit to it 100% until, basically the vast majority, if not all, the songs are completely done. So I might just kind of jam out here for a little bit longer, and see what I kind of want to recap what I was doing in my brain a little bit. I could definitely imagine some kind of more exploratory intro piece that doesn't feel quite as structured, like some free flowing piano like that, kind of playing around with those two notes, just exploring some different chord progressions and stuff. Thank you for the follow, it's Shella Fred.
So far, how would you define the vibe of the album? It seems to be very melancholy yet upbeat in a lot of parts.
Yeah, I think that I have yet to figure out exactly how to balance the different emotions and genres and vibes and stuff, because I think initially a lot of it was quite dark and melancholic, like you mentioned, a little bit more brooding, but as I've kept working on it, I think that there's a lot of room for me to kind of like add some more upbeat energy here and there, but also some mystery and some intrigue, and also in general, I think maybe a little bit more just kind of um, some hopeful energy as well. So yeah, I think that like that's the best I can do, I think, for the time being. But 4 months of exams, and hopefully I'll officially be a bachelor. Nice, that's exciting. Let me try this again because I was enjoying riffing on that. I just gotta kind of crossfade this little loop a little bit more. Let's see if this sounds better. Still, I don't know if that little click is showing up on the stream, so let me try to fade it a little bit more. So I think something like that would be cool. It could I don't know exactly. I need to often what I do for my piano pieces is I just kind of riff around for a while and improv until things start, taking more of a shape. And you just kind of like keep iterating and iterating and eventually end up with something that feels a little more set in stone. So let me try this. Let me try this again just to kind of get a feel for how this could work. Because I think that in general, I like the idea of just kind of jamming out, exploring a little bit, and then slowly bringing it to that C. And that would basically maybe signal the start of forgery, I think. So let's see. then the vocals would start there. Let me see. Yeah, I think something like that would be cool. I do feel I need to work on the drop production a bit for Forgery. It feels a little yeah, a little not precise enough. Yeah, the monitor's back. I was able to fix that this morning, so Mobby. Okay. Well, what to work on? Maybe it's time to take another look at Euphoria. That's definitely it's such a hopeful vibe, those voicings. Ah. Yeah, I think similar with honestly a lot of the album songs. I think like the core idea really feels like it's there. Just a matter of kind of producing it in a more convincing way, I think. So for the So I think maybe I start by working on this piano piece that would come before Euphoria, and then that'll help me know how to transition, how to have the beginning of Euphoria work with the end of that piece. I think that might be the way to go. So yeah, maybe we start with that. 0108 2026. I do like this, starting the piece like this. What is that voicing? Hold on. Something like that. Wait, how? What the hell? Was I playing that with one hand? This doesn't even seem possible. How am I gonna play this, dude? That's... Hold on. I'm going to open up this project file because now I'm kind of curious whether that was played with one hand or not. I don't think it was. 0108 2026. Let's check it out. Yo, what's up, Martin Menning? Oh, it was a different key. Wait. Ah, that makes more sense. So I pitched down that song, I guess. Okay, now I understand what happened. So I think we can maybe just play it in the intro. It does sound very different without... Damn. I really like the sound of that. I wonder if there's really no way for me to play this chord in that key, unfortunately. Maybe I could play something like this instead. Something like that could work. Maybe let's just put this MIDI here for the time being, and I could try to... I'm trying to think about what... It's going to take some practicing and figuring this out. So let's see. Whoa. What the frick, dude? I'm bleeding again. I don't know why this keeps happening. I'm not even playing that viciously. That's unfortunate. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to loop this music here and try to clean this up really quick. One sec. Alright, we're good now. Dumb ways to bleed, yeah. Sounds about right. Okay. Let's get, I did get a Band-Aid, yeah. I don't know what the deal is with... Yeah. I don't know why my finger just randomly does that sometimes. It's, yeah. Weird. Anyways. So... I think I was doing this voicing. Let me just slow it down a little bit because that might make it easier for me to kind of figure out the piece a bit better. Oh, actually. Oh, whoops. Something like that. I don't know. I think maybe I'll have it build with some strings or some other elements. Maybe it's not just piano. But I like the idea of like moving up to the octaves and this kind of and then we can transition out of it maybe with something like that, and then start that Euphoria track right there. Okay, let me just sketch it out a little bit. I'll try to record here and just see what happens. And then I could go into Euphoria from there potentially. That was a really rough improv, but lots of mistakes in there. But at least I feel like it offers like an outline for maybe what this little interlude or prelude or whatever you want to call it might be. So let's save this. Keys are threatening. Let's see. Let's render this and let's find a way to incorporate this into Euphoria, which has been the working title for like years now, but I think I might definitely considering calling it something else. It matches the vibe of the song. It's definitely very in my mind it's very euphoric. But I haven't opened that project in a while, so that'll be probably a good place to keep moving. I don't like the intro in its current form, so probably a good project to work on. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, January, okay. Wow. Can't believe February is almost over, man. That's wild. Cough years, yeah. Yeah, you know. We don't discuss why it takes me so long to finish songs. Okay? We don't discuss this. It's a banned topic. Bannable offense. 3. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add, let's say, like, I don't know, 16 measures here, and then at the bottom, I'm gonna duplicate this ref track, and I'm gonna add this render, the piano render that we just made in here. Boom. Grab like the tail end of it and see how this could potentially transition. 10. So what I had originally done is I was trying to create these like sine wave. And I didn't really like it. So I think I might scrap some stuff here. So let's mute that. And let's get rid of the strings as well.
It's a feeling with you. It's a feeling with you. It's a feeling with you. It's a feeling with you.
Where is that breath? I think I actually want to remove this reverb on that. So I like hearing that riff on its own without any chords really in the beginning.
It's a feeling with you. It's a feeling with you. It's a feeling with you.
I think I actually want to do the E flat there. Let me find the strings and repitch that.
It's a feeling with
Okay.
feeling with you. It's a feeling with you. With you. With you. With you.
Okay. It feels like it's like one section too much, maybe? I don't know.
It's a feeling with you. It's a
Ceronius, thank you for joining us.
Used to feel like with you.
I don't know. Maybe it's okay. To have. Well, it's about a minute at that point. So let me try to throw in another element here. I was also picturing having that riff play in a post drop section as well. So right now there's like the drop and there's like a brief kind of solo-esque type thing that happens. So it looks like I kind of started sketching that, but I don't know if this is the... I think I might want there to be some breaks in between the notes in that riff.
Used to feel like with you. Used to feel like with you. Used to feel like with you. Used to feel like with you.
Okay. Definitely like the kind of four to the floor energy there. 80 BPM four to the floor. That's an interesting one. But it kind of works. Doesn't obviously feel like four to the floor. I can't quite understand the arrangement right now. I'm a little bit confused on the arrangement. How do I figure this out? Maybe we just try to jam on these saw chords through the song for a little bit and try to see if that sparks some ideas. Right now, I'm kind of feeling a little confused. Let's get this macro mapped to something. Maybe I can map it to something on the Nectar. I don't know if these are still not functioning, but I should at least have my wheel here. Nice, yeah, that works. Okay. Okay, let's just jam it out for a little bit and see where it goes.
It's a feeling only with you. 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 It's a feeling
Okay, I don't know if I want to have that solo section there again. It kind of feels alright, but maybe a slightly different solo. We'll see. But you know what? Actually, I don't think I mind the structure that much right now. I'm more so thinking about the chord progression changing between the verse and the build, or the hook and the build. One thing I did enjoy though was adding some harmonies to the melody in the second drop. That was pretty fun. Actually, let me play that. Wait, it's actually. Let me try that again real quick, because that could be cool to add that. So I don't know the exact voicings, but something like that could be kind of cool. Maybe with a more interesting patch. This is literally just a Serum init patch, but let's see. Hold on. Okay, I'm just trying to think about the voicings a little more there. Probably capture that. It might be all right for just sketching purposes, and then we'll kind of fine-tune that later. So let's duplicate this serum here, and I'll add some of the improv to the beginning of the song as well. Make sure to sidechain both of these. Caden, I would expect you to enjoy the those harmonies. Out of all the regulars on the stream, I think you would be the one that I would expect to enjoy those. All right. So the chords will come in right here. Hold on, let me do that one more time. I need to accompany. Or maybe I do just do the chords with this layer. Okay.
It's a feeling being with you. It's a feeling being with you. It's a feeling being with you. It's a feeling being with you.
Okay. Damn. Lost my voice there for a sec. All right.
It's a feeling being with you. It's a feeling being with you. It's a feeling being with you. It's a feeling being with you.
I like having this kind of a little bit of extra movement in there, the little improv lines. Kind of adds some flavor.
Feeling being with you.
don't think I want to do that. Let's go like this.
What's the feeling making with
Um, I would be curious to see what this sounds like with I'm not like 100% sure about these pre-clap sounds. What's going on here? Maybe a different kind of pre-clap. There are a bunch of great ones that I use pretty regularly in this old sample group on Facebook I was in by Evoke. He was doing a bunch of neuro hop and stuff back in the day. I think he kind of transitioned more towards, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was like friends with like Frequent, those kind of artists. I don't think he still makes music under Evoke, but I don't even know if he made these claps, but I just know that I got them from him. Let's see how something bigger like this sounds. I'm curious. Yikes. Hold on. Turn that down a little bit. Or something sloppy like that. Let's try this. Let's try it. I actually don't mind this first one. Or yeah, kind of a messy process here. I might need to EQ these a tad. I think about the low end here. I think that maybe there's room for a tiny bit more here. This is being low passed. Interesting. I don't know if I feel that's necessary. Maybe let's open it up a little bit. Okay, I think that I think we can automate this actually. Let's try something like this, because I think we can have some of that high end, upper mids kind of pop through a little bit here and there. Yeah. Okay. Not a huge fan of this breath thingy. Wonder if I can find anything else to throw in there instead. try this. Something like this. Not loving that, but maybe if we change this EQ a little bit. Why does this feel like it's still offbeat? All right. Yeah, I definitely think these little claps are adding some beefiness. That's nice, but I'll have to go back to that and EQ it a bit for show. I also got some new acoustic drum samples to potentially add in the intro. We'll see about that. I think this sound is a little too, this fill sound here doesn't quite make sense stylistically. I think we want something something with a little more grit and like presence in the mix overall. So let me go in here, grab this bass patch here. Ever since I watched that Cohen sound tutorial, I've been loving experimenting with this. So let's let's think about something like I think we might need to draw in the pitch movement here. So let's go into this clip. Kind of like the pitch movement of a cat's meow applied to the bass slide. You know? Maybe like pretty fast onset, then kind of like a slow. Why did that not do anything? MIDI control, pitch bend. Oh yeah. Up 12. Down 12. Okay, so it needs to move a little bit faster. So let's start like this. And we'll add some additional automation to that as well. Added value. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Yeah, I want Yeah, let's do something like that. And then let's automate some of these other parameters here as well. Actually, I wonder, wait, can I copy the this and can I like paste that in here? Ooh, I can. Wait, that's nice. I don't know if I've tried that before. Maybe we do it an octave lower. Nah. Okay, let's turn up the resonance there in the higher register. And then let's automate the noise level as well. Kind of want to subdue that noise a little bit after that initial hit, I think. Hmm. Maybe we could close it down a little bit somehow with a filter towards the end. Yeah, like that. We got a new follower. Yo, thank you for the follow, Anti-Cult. This is luxurious. I'll take it. I'll take it. So I don't know if you guys have experienced this weird Ableton glitch. It can't just be me, because this has been between my previous PC and now my new Mac Studio. They both behave like this. But if you have a MIDI clip, even if the note is like perfectly synced and is programmed to start and end within the clip length, it'll stop early for some reason. You hear the slide stop right before the downbeat. And the weird thing is, if you just open or like lengthen it like this, suddenly that doesn't happen anymore. And that has to be a glitch. I swear that started getting introduced in some of the more recent patches or something. I think like Ableton 12 plus, because I don't remember ever experiencing that until the last like year or so. I definitely think hearing some of this bass modulation is making me think more about what else to do in these other areas here. Yeah, like this thing is fine, but I think I could actually make something more interesting with this patch here. So let's grab the MIDI from that. Duplicate this. And let's add it in here. And let's kind of create a little bit of LFO movement on this patch here. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Kind of like this. Apply that to the sub as well. All right. Let's do BPM. Let's apply that to the noise as well. Yeah, that sounds nice. Might be cool without the chords on it, just like the beefy noise bass. Dun, 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 dun. That's cool. I like lengthening it a little bit as well. Dun 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 dun. So let's go like that. I think we could see what this sounds like an octave below. Doesn't sound very good in either octave, actually. Dun, 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 dun. Let me go back here for a sec. Definitely hearing some other, like, maybe we add some more. I don't know why I'm hearing like some tambourine or something. In the background for this kind of like little mini solo section. What is this? Okay, let's take this and just kind of like that high end. I think we use this patch here to create a little fill at the very end. All right, let's try this. Whoops. Wait, what? Okay. And then we go into that riff again. Dun, 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 create a little bit of pitch movement there at the end. I'm enjoying working on this. It's nice to take a little break from this track. All right, let's mute those for a moment. I'm kind of curious what this might sound like with more of a pluck, a polyphonic pluck instead of like a sustained sound, just to help kind of start reducing the momentum a bit. I don't want to give up the energy completely yet. But let's see if we can. What am I looking for? Man, I gotta reorganize these damn folders. Like, this became so confusing for some reason. After I switched computers, Nest Serum 2, no. Serum. Where are like my original Serum places? User. Oh, here we go. This place. Serum 2. There's some like plucked chords. Oh, yeah, here we go. I found it. Isn't it kind of trippy to think about, like, you know, what's happening neurologically while you're kind of going through this process of trying to find a preset in Serum. Like, I'm just imagining these like synapses just being like, choo, 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 choo. Like, where is this? Where is this? I can't remember where it is. It's somewhere around here. And it's like all these synapses are firing up and are like, where that memory is stored for, like, oh yeah, maybe it's around this folder or that folder, or like, what the hell? How many neurons do we have in our brain anyways? Approximately, 86 billion neurons. I wonder how that works. Like what the job of a singular neuron is. I know that you can't equate like a single neuron to a single concept that you're remembering or like a single word. I'd imagine it doesn't work like that, but I'm kind of curious. I'd love to learn more about how memory actually functions. Be kind of cool to know. Okay, anyways,
What's the feeling being with you?
let's try to jam on this for a moment in the beginning. Probably my favorite track from the album. Hell yeah. Thank you, Caden. Glad to hear that.
What's the feeling being with you? What's the feeling being with you? What's the feeling being with you? What's the feeling being with you?
I think actually maybe we have a short break there. Hold on. Oh, not taking up this entire space. So like, I'm gonna have to redraw this, unfortunately. It'll be the same shape, but just half the length. So something like this, maybe. Boom. Sometimes, man, I hate drawing automations sometimes. Noise level. All right, whatever, that's fine. Okay, I think we just use these for chords and then leave the melody up to other elements. Okay, I definitely need a different sound for these harmonies. And they definitely need to be EQ'd a certain way to kind of like support the melody a bit better. Definitely a bit messy. I think some of that is good. Okay, where is this damn synth? I'm going crazy. Where is this freaking thing? Okay. Let's see if this works. These are definitely wrong, but it's okay. You just copy this over here. Struggling to get the right notes in there. Sounds like I'm playing some kind of video game when I'm adjusting those notes. Could definitely do something more interesting there, but that's okay. For now, it'll do. I wish I could sing well enough to do some like crazy falsetto like pop runs in there. Just simple like pentatonic like falsetto riffing, gospel-y kind of church kind of vibes, but that's all right. I'm gonna add these plucks here to this section and then have that continue on through the build.
It's a feeling with you. It's the feeling with you.
You know what? I liked that kind of that pattern I was doing earlier. I'm gonna record that. Or wait. It wasn't quite that. That's more like ever-changing kind of thing, but I wonder what this sounds like if I add some velocity mapping to the cutoff. Create a little floor here. Got a little bit more room there. All right, let's try this again.
It's a feeling with you. It's the feeling with you. It's the feeling with you. It's the feeling
Man, what a cool patch. I'd love to meet the person that engineered this. Okay, but I do think I like adding this in here. In fact, I'm wondering if I should maybe replace the chord synths from the drop with like a variation of this sound. I might be getting like a little bit of a loudness bias, so let's turn this down a tad.
It's a feeling with you. It's the feeling with you. It's the feeling with you. It's the
Let me get rid of that other chord fill that's in there. I think I'm changing it to this. I mean, it's not like they're that different, but something about this other patch has stolen my attention. Let's copy this and bring it down here next to the original chord patch. We can just copy this MIDI and see what it sounds like if we just kind of alter this a little bit. Get rid of the delay, the convolve, probably some of the release as well. Maybe pretty much all of it. Take a look at it. Okay, and then we want to get rid of some of the low end. And let's compare these two. This one's much like, got a lot more like high-end information. This one's got a lot of that that mid-range kind of beefiness that's really nice and pleasing to the ear. And the width too. Let's see what it sounds like with both. I'm just curious. One sec. I think I might get rid of some of these slides here. The slides work much better with a monophonic sound because you don't hear all the individual sounds triggering. You just hear them slowly kind of like sliding up and down, obviously. So I'm going to get rid of these. I think what we might do instead is let's add like an octave pitch bend to this, and we'll just manually draw this in. MIDI control pitch bend down. Bam. Where should this go? A little bit too soon still. Huh. Still sounds kind of awkward. I want to audition what this sounds like with and without this additional chord layer. You know, I just realized maybe these should all be individual voices. Wait. I have another idea. Well, for a moment I was thinking about using that MPE, what's it called? This the glissando MPE. This thing is so cool, man. I gotta remember to use this more. I really like it actually, but I don't. It might not work here. I wish it didn't like legato the notes and kept like some of the. Well, it did kind of mess up some of the MIDI, but I just want to see what this sounds like. It's actually kind of nice. I was thinking about separating each voice into its own layer and then maybe panning some of them. I'm going to mute this, and I'm actually going to try that as well, because this could be cool. So what are the... So there's one voice that's echoing the main melody. Let's start with that. That should be pretty easy to echo that. I think I gotta add just one more thing. And then we can actually make this mono as well, since we're gonna just duplicate this patch. And you know what? I would love to have some vibrato for these as well. Wait, why is this not doing anything? Did I do this in the wrong patch? No? That's weird. Well, let me just use a new LFO and I'll just do this manually. Wait. Huh? What the hell is going on? What? What? Oh, it's not recognizing my mod wheel as a mod wheel for some reason. That's really odd. So yeah, my Nectar's been behaving a little bit different, unfortunately, I think it's from damage from touring. I still gotta replace it. That's the whole reason I got that Arturia, and then I had to send that back because that was damaged. But anyways. Not super convinced this is gonna sound good. I want to keep it relatively simple, but whatever. Let's just try it. I'll start recording all the layers right now. The harmonies, that is. All right, we got layer 1. I think I only got one note wrong in there. Also, why did that pitch bend sound like that? Didn't sound very good. Tisk, tisk, Martin. Yeah, it's that note. That was the note that I got wrong. Okay, cool. So then we can duplicate this and have the next harmony panned left. And let's see. Yeah, let's go like that. We'll remap this and let's give it a go. Okay, I was not expecting it to sound like that without the third harmony, so I was thrown off for a second. Okay, I'm definitely not used to doing this, so let me see what this sounds like right now. Yeah, obviously not in time perfectly or anything, but I actually think some of that might be cool. Wrong note there. Okay. Cool. So then we duplicate this again. This isn't completely done, but I'm kind of thrown off by how it sounds with just those two. So I'm going to try to get the third harmony in here as well. This is trippy. I don't really do this very often. I should do this more often, but it's tripping me out a little bit. All right. Close. It was close. Let's see what this sounds like right now in the context of the song. It could be cool. I don't know. Right now, I'm actually not that into it. But maybe let's take a break from this for a moment and get back to it later. I'll group these as extra lead harms. Copy or cut this and throw it up the top somewhere. Or maybe we'll put it under the lead here. Just so it's easy to find. And let's go back to that the second build here with the with these chords. I need to quantize this still. And let's create a variation of this snare here that doesn't have that tail. It's a bit much. So let's copy this and we'll throw it in here. And yeah, which one has the long tail? Nice. That's a little bit better. I also think that maybe the piano... quits there, and then also want to try to throw in, where's that sound? There's so much random stuff in here. What is this? What is this? What is this? There we go. That's what I was looking for.
It's a feeling with you.
There's definitely lots of room for like really cool atmospheric sound design and little attention to detail, but I think I'm not quite there yet. I'm still figuring some stuff out before we get there. Why is this being panned so weird? I'm gonna delete that panning automation. Entertainer wire. Glad you caught that. Sometimes in the middle of working on the song, I'm sure this happens to you guys as well, and for you producers out there, but sometimes you gotta just like give yourself a brief moment to do some goofy shit to like give your brain a brief moment of reprieve from, is that the word, reprieve? Like a little break? Cancel or postpone punishment. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that sounds kind of extreme, but you get what I'm trying to say. So Moomaton Harry Potter, that would be kind of sick. All right. But seriously, what was I doing here?
It's a feeling. It's a feeling with you. It's the feeling with you.
Ooh, wait, what if it was just those first two? Da-da, da-da, boom, da-da, da-da. Kind of like that. Let's go in here and mute the 3s and 4s of these right here. Something like this. And let's get rid of the kick and maybe the claps for now too. Okay, it's feeling a little like, I don't know. I like the idea of having these harmonies, but they're not working out the way I was hoping. I don't know if maybe I could just like EQ them a little differently. Something about it is making it sound I don't know how to explain it. Like kind of cheesy. Maybe like that. I feel like I just need to make them more subtle like that, and then it feels a little bit better. But yeah.
It's a feeling with you.
I also think, okay, let me record this additional layer here, and then I'm gonna add some more vocals, I think.
It's a feeling with you.
Okay. Quantize this. Dun, dun, dun.
It's a feeling with you. It's a feeling with you. It's a feeling with you. It's a feeling with you.
I do like this boy choir. Listen to that. That's beautiful. Maybe we add some of this in the piano part so we have some room for... It sounds really cool in some certain areas. Anyways.
It's a feeling with you. It's a feeling with you. It's a feeling with you.
I think we could add it into the verse here, a little bit more subtle.
It's a feeling with you. It's a feeling with you.
Okay. Let me add it here as well, I guess. Yeah. I think we could probably render this into audio, and I'm kind of imagining cutting it so that it matches the rhythm of that pre-drop thing.
It's a feeling with you. It's a feeling with you. It's a feeling with you. It's a feeling with
you. Yeah, let's bounce it. Let's bounce it. I think I might switch over to a different project for the remainder of the stream in a moment here. Let me see how this sounds if I take this. It's a bit loud. And it doesn't sound like it's being sidechained at the moment. Oh, that's right, because it isn't. Maybe I could just draw in a little bit of a thingy here. Let's see how that sounds. You know what? Let's just mute it for now. We could always unmute it later if we want to. But, yeah, I mean, it's a nice layer here in the background.
It's a feeling with you. It's a feeling with you.
Yeah. All right, let's save this as a new version. This is coming together pretty nicely. I think that definitely needs more time, but it's getting somewhere. I think a few kind of bigger question marks, like what to do after the second drop, how to end the song, but everything up until then feels good arrangement-wise. I think there's some room for improvement, like some of the sound design and a little bit of the mixing, but some good additions here today. I'm going to just switch gears here a little bit, actually, because I just remembered that I had just downloaded some drums that I wanted to just play with for no particular reason. Sample packs. What was it called? It was from this pack here. There's some nice stuff in here. Let's see. Show and closing folder. Okay, that's not very helpful. Let's see. Go to page 1. Yeah, show and closing folder. Drum loops. Hold on. Let's just drag and drop this. I think my Ableton. Whoa, my Ableton hadn't. My browser hasn't seen these yet or recognized them yet. So this is in 60. That's nice. Nice to have a little brush loop. Although I wish it was it's just slightly more on time. This hit here in particular. Let's see if we can maybe just go like that. Let's jazz it up here for a winning for a moment. That's kind of all I wanted to do with that. I just wanted to have a little jazz jam. Let's find out what these other loops sound like. Here's another one. Wait, why did it warp to 120? Jazz! Yeah, man. You gotta love jazz. I just, this one sounds basically like the same loop. Let's check this one out. 62. Okay, it's also very similar. A little cymbal action. Let's try something totally different. What about this one? 150. Let's turn this down a little bit too. It's quite loud. Wait. That can't be at 150 BPM. Something sounds off here. Oh, it's like a 6/8. Or just a 3/4. Let's build some random jazzy stuff right now. Why not? Let's jazz it. Let's get jazzy with it. I think that we need a way to get that kick drum more on the downbeat over here. We got a new follower. Yo, thank you for the follow. Berger Blue. Hold on. I think we do something like this, and then we kind of fade them a little bit. Something like that. Sounds nice. Boom, boom, boom. Get a little bass action in here. Throw it upright. I'm also going to change that keyscapes patch to something else. Let's see. Wait, I'm a little confused now because I'm doing this in 4/4, but it's obviously in 3/4. So the countdown is going to be 4/4, even though the song is 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also going to duplicate this over here. 2, 3. Sounds nice. Let me change this keyscapes patch though. And I was trying to think about whether I have any interesting libraries for acoustic, like wind instruments or something else to play on top of that. It'd be cool. If only I knew how to play sax, that'd be rad. Acoustic pianos. What about the felt? I wonder what this would sound like. even be a gentle synth, maybe. Let me just add some piano to this. And let's duplicate this a few times, and then we can have a little variation in the piano. Wait a minute. Okay, never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Let's use that, and then let's try to find some sound to riff on top of this with. It's nice. I wonder if man, I just love the noise that certain wind instruments bring, like that breathiness. It's hard to have something like that in a serum patch. Maybe I can wait, what is this? I forgot what this sound is like. The China pipa. Oh, it's a string. This probably won't work. Get some Eastern jazz going. Although we could use this guitar, acoustic guitar, maybe. This thing's pretty nice. I feel like this could work potentially. All right. Well, my nectar just froze for no reason. But that was a fun little side project there. I don't know what happened with my nectar, but yep, that just stopped working. Anyways, I'm gonna save this as a sketch journal for today. Was it February 24th? But I might slowly kind of wrap up here. Let's see, triplet jazz thing. But yeah, I don't know. I think it has something to do with that update that I mentioned to you guys. That messed some things up for me on my Mac, but it's all good. Yeah, I might call it here for today. Let's see, what is it, Tuesday? So I'll be back on Thursday, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. CDT ish. I'm sure I'll kind of continue on some of the album stuff, and I'll work on a bunch of it in the meantime. But thank you guys so much for joining today and hanging out and watching me noodle around and do random stuff. Always appreciate the company. And yeah, it's I can't wait for this album to actually see the light of day. It's so many years in the making. W stream, thanks Art Nerd. I appreciate it. I feel like I'm in an expensive restaurant with live music. I'll take it. I'll take it. Honestly, I still love the idea of doing Haywyre like live jazz only renditions on tour, but man, it would cost me a fortune to make something like that work. Yeah, it would be an undertaking. I would basically just have to be comfortable with the fact that I would go into some pretty massive debt if I massive debt if I did that. Yo, thank you for the follow, Maple Glades. I appreciate it. I was already following you on Spotify, but not here. Thank you for shouting him out. Thanks for swinging through. Well, keep up the good work. Thank you. Ooh, chromatically jazz. That'd be sick. Could you do it? Hold on. Part of me wants to really quickly try to sketch. Let's see. Just for fun. Let's see. 85 BPM. What does that feel like here? Something like that would be cool. Maybe a different tempo, but we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys on Thursday. Sounds like jazz must be jazz. Always jazz. All right. See you later, guys. Thank you.
share? Do we know what we share? Do we know what we share? Do we know what we hear? Do you care if I care? Do you know what I know? Do we know what we share?